with mega jackpots. It's mega.
Asheville Police Department enters a new era of law enforcement as training for an updated use of force policy begins. It focuses on de-escalation, trying to slow down volatile situations to protect both officers and civilians.
News 13's Frank Crocker joins us with tonight's reality check, Calming a Crisis. And Frank, you got a first-hand look at how it all works.
That's right. The APD allowed us to be there to see trainers polishing techniques, preparing to teach the rank and file. Now, there are many components to the new policy, the following among those considered key. When a person is resisting, consider reasons for non-compliance or substance abuse or mental health issues involved. Factors surrounding conditions. Is it light or dark? Is space confined? Is there a weapon present? Limit physical confrontation unless there is an immediate threat to officers or bystanders. Then determine the appropriate response. What you're about to see right now is a simulation, but it'll soon be the real-life Asheville standard for police and public safety, one that is unique because of how it was accomplished and who helped get it done. Two officers respond to a call that may be a dangerous situation.
I just want to help you.
Stop! Stop!
Hey.
Sure enough, a woman off her meds threatening to kill herself over a boyfriend breakup on her birthday.
Today's my birthday and he did this on my birthday.
Keeping his distance, one officer becomes the point of contact, the communicator.
What's her name?
His partner stands off to the side, providing cover, just in case the knife is turned on them.
Stop!
Hey, stop!
Once the scene is safely set, it's time for de-escalation.
Don't come up on me.
We're not going to do that.
That'll help the officer in the heat of the moment make better decisions, slow things down, create a better thought process.
Let's use communication skills to try to get some compliance or to accomplish our goal in the situation, as opposed to going right into a hands-on situation or a situation in which a use of force is necessary.
As in the case of Jai Williams, the man who led police on a chase, got out of his car with an AR-15 rifle in hand and was shot to death. That officer-involved killing was ruled justified, a confrontation involving a firearm where de-escalation was not an option, but it still raised questions and concern.
What happened in Ferguson, what happened in Baltimore with the riots, the things that have happened even in Charlotte, if we would have waited, that could have potentially been our community.
James Lee is vice president of the local NAACP and a member of the Racial Justice Coalition. In a climate of heightened tension and public scrutiny, community members and Asheville Police came together. 16 civilians and 5 people from the APD collaborating on updated standards for use of force. They needed a facilitator.
It was at times a painful process for a lot of people, but that's its intention.
And that was Hassan Aden, senior advisor at the Vera Institute of Justice. With 28 years' experience in law enforcement, he now helps departments across the nation learn 21st century policing.
Specifically police accepting the community's viewpoint and the community accepting the police viewpoint.
We did some scenario training with them to try to help them understand kind of what it is that the officers are thinking and how we're behaving and why we're doing what we're doing.
It was an eye-opener and a great reminder of why I didn't become a law enforcement officer.
Over the course of several months, they met, traded ideas, learned from each other, and hashed it out.
It was really a group of people who were committed to putting in the work to get informed and then to sit down and help us understand what was important to the community members to be in this policy.
I felt like there was some bumpy roads, but coming out of it, I felt like we really presented a product that is great for our community.
To actually allow community to have a direct say in how they are policed, particularly in the area of use of force and de-escalation, is absolutely unique, and it gives the community a voice.
You had friends, right?
Aden says a layer of accountability was also critical. Evaluation of every conflict between police and the public.
I'm putting it right here.
Did they employ de-escalation the way they needed to and make an attempt to avoid it before we jump in? Or was it a situation where they just didn't have a choice? It really comes down to the officer being able to explain why they did what they did. My job is to look at it from the perspective of what's the best thing for our community, and also takes into account the safety of our officers, the safety of everyone involved. So for me, it's just doing the right thing.
Training began yesterday with new policy expected to be fully in place by early summer. Now, the obvious goal is reduction of cases involving use of force. Chief Hooper says there will be continuous de-escalation training and adjustments where necessary. If you would like to read the Vera Institute workshop summary and the new APD use of force policy, just go to WLOS.com and click on this story. Darcel, Frank?